Hey everyone, it's Boozer here. Just want to make a quick video of another kind of gearing that I do. Um, so JINX messaged me online and said, "Hey, I have this much amount of gold," and he wanted me to take a look at his existing gear. And he said if I can improve upon it with the gold allotted, which was 1 billion gold. He didn't want to use a brand new set. He wanted to keep some of his remaining parts. So I looked over some of his stuff, and at his request, I'm going to make this video just to show my thinking process, just what to look for over his gear. So I'm going to do a before and after here real quick. So I have his before gear currently equipped. I don't have a glove because his glove was crafted, so it's on his account. But I remember his total stats was around 160,000 DPS, about 3,700 armor. His resistance was under 550, 600. He had a lot of vitality, about 45k. Anyway, so he went with a socket wand. He did pretty good with this one with a 10 arcane power and max attack speed on it. So I'm not gonna fault him too much on this. When I saw this, I was like, okay, I'm gonna build around this wand. There's not much I can do because since all builds are gonna be based around your wand selection anyways. So since he went open socket chance wheel, we're gonna stick with that one. He also had this Stormcrow. Also, I thought it was pretty decent. It's a really nice Stormcrow actually. 10 arcane power, max elite percentage, good life on hit, max lightning damage. He had this Vile Ward, not very good in my opinion. Pretty low intelligence, not really too much going for it. So decent Tao's chest here. Could have went a little more on the stats, but it's not bad. It's probably pretty cheap, probably less than 50 mil, 40 mil. Decent damage, witching hour, nice resistance to all. Don't really like the melee, but probably budget conscious. He had this Blackthorn's pants, also not bad. Pretty low life on hit, so not a fan of that, but he had the all resistance there. He was fooling around with Zuni set here, so not really too much going on. No resistance on the boots. For some reason he had 3 pieces of arcane power on crit. So Stormcrow, wand, and a chant force. Kind of weird. I wouldn't really recommend this, especially this one's such low damage. It really hinders his DPS output. I had this ring. It's a nice effective health point ring, lots of life from it, but doesn't really do much in terms of anything else. Lycoonies, really glassy Lycoonies. It's nice to have the melee percentage redux, but really want like at least armor on the bracers here. And his amulet, probably the best piece, one of the best pieces on his current gear set. This thing's hard to beat for anything in the comparable price range. So I had my work cut out for me here. He was at the 2.51 breakpoint. Had decent crit chance, but overall his armor and resistance were really low, and he asked me to shore it up a little bit, and make him a little tankier, increase his DPS. And he really wanted the 2.73 breakpoint. So I'm going to show you guys what I did. Just going to suit up here real quick. Okay, so this is the brand new JINX. We're looking at 700 all resistance. This is at my Paragon level 100. So he's going to be at, if he was at 0, he would be at about 670, which is still okay. It's kind of hard to do this because generally when I gear up, I go attack speed 1, which lets me use the Zuni chest. So usually I get the Zuni ring, so that gives me an extra item of all resistance for a pretty decent price. So usually it should be around 750, but since he chose the crit damage one, we're trading a little bit of all resistance for DPS. Anyways, so I'm using Scoundrel, so his unbuff crit chance is 56.5%. We're at the right break point that he wanted. Pretty decent defense here, just shy of 700 all resistance. His armor definitely got a huge buff here, 4400. He would be at about 4250 if he was at Paragon 0, I guess. That's a big jump from 3700 or 3600 that he was at before. So basically I added a bunch of attack speed, a bunch of defense, and a bunch of DPS. Hopefully he's pretty happy with this. I did sacrifice some life points, maybe about 80 to 100 vitality I sacrificed. But that's okay, since at the Paragon 0 he'd still be about 30k, and that's a pretty good start for brand new wizard anyways. And with Paragon levels, eventually you're going to end up closer to 40k, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. It's not the expensive stat to focus on right away. The expensive stat really is all resistance and the armor and getting the crit chance, which he has a pretty good amount of. So pretty happy about this one. Actually spent a total of 798 million. So that's with the new Nat boot, the new Jousting Mail, so resistance, armor, good life on hit. I got a nice ring for him, both with DPS, and I tried not to lose too much life on it since he needed the life. Got him a nice Lacuni with all resistance. He could have went with the 8%, so it's no big deal. So got intelligence, vitality, pretty good. The amulet was a pretty tough choice here. This was a kind of a budget choice. He can definitely upgrade off this, but there was nothing in the range that I wanted to spend for something better. So I'm going to leave this up to him to upgrade in the future. Got him a new chest. Gave out about 40 vitality on his old chest for 270 armor and about 20 all resistance. I think I did pretty good here for his chest. Got him a glove here. I needed the 9% on the glove. Could have went for a bit more all resistance, but we can leave it up to a craft for him if he wanted. Went with a huge strength Vile Ward just to boost up the armor a bit. So that's 180 strength armor right there. Gave him a nice intelligence boost, so some DPS there as well. Nat Ring focused on vitality. Had to have vitality and intelligence on the Nat Ring. Extra crit chance just to help him out a little bit there. Left the Witching Hour. I couldn't find a suitable upgrade with armor, ideally, without losing too much DPS or all resistance. So I'm just going to leave that for now. And the biggest DPS boost for him was this Force that I picked up. I believe I spent about 100 million on it, which is not that bad. Perfect speed, perfect crit chance, has some vitality, decent intelligence. So as you can see here, it's 34k difference over his old Force. So that's where his bottleneck was on his old build. So this really opened it up for him a little bit. So yeah, all in all, I think I did pretty good here for 800, just shy of 800, and I met all his requirements. So I hope he's going to be happy with this and happy with the video, and maybe you guys learned something, just my thought process on how to deal with gearing up someone's already made gear. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that, and see you guys next time.